I have given you the access. You are the co-host.
Okay. Yeah, I see that I have the option to share my screen now. So have we started?
Give me a second. Yes.
Okay. So you go first. I think it's better if you go first to introduce a little bit, and I will start.
Hi, Vicky. Thank you so much for taking your time. And we are glad to have you with us today on the UK Cambridge. So I am getting many inquiries from the students that they want to study in UK, and you are the right person to share all the information about school, courses, benefits, advantages, including summer camp also, where a child can come to UK, spend a week or 2 weeks time there, learn things. Secondly, I am getting requests from different schools that when it comes to virtual exchange programs, that where the students from India can interact with your students, talk to them on different topics. It can be science, it can be education, it can be culture, it can be any other topic. So you can share all the information that you feel like. Now, stage is yours.
So, hello everyone, this is Vicky from St. Andrews College, Cambridge. Our school is located in the center of Cambridge, being surrounded by Cambridge University colleges. So our students, they can go to different Cambridge University colleges to attend public lectures. They can go to Cambridge Library to study and borrow books for free. And also for our students, they can also so even if you are outside of St. Andrews, you are still inside of Cambridge University. So it's a fantastic place for students, especially younger children, to choose because Cambridge has so much to offer. We have had students who even met Stephen Hawking while he was alive in Cambridge. So Cambridge is a very academic city. Cambridge University has more than 800 years of history, has multiple hundreds of Nobel Prize winners. So St. Andrews is located right in the center of Cambridge University, being surrounded by Cambridge University colleges. And 60% of our teachers, they are retired professors or lecturers, or they have finished their PhD studies in Cambridge University. So Cambridge is a great place for students to study. And also for St. Andrews, we offer scholarship and we offer mainly GCSE, pre-A-level, A-level, and university foundation programs. Every year we have students coming from India who want to study in the UK to join to come to study with St. Andrews, mainly because they think St. Andrews would be one of the best options for them to progress to, especially a top 5 UK university, because 1/3 of our students, they can progress to Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College, LIC, and UCL, what we call a G5 university. So we have an excellent reputation in sending over students to the top 5 UK university. Our students' age are mainly from 15 to 19. So because we offer GCSE, pre-A-level, A-level, and university foundation programs. So about St. Andrews, what makes St. Andrews unique is because St. Andrews is located in the center of Cambridge, and is located in the center of Cambridge, and also the students, they have the access to visit different Cambridge University colleges. And like I mentioned, our A-level A star to A rate is 87%. So imagining the whole school, nearly 90% of students, they can have A-level A star to A rate. And also 34% of our A-level students progress to a G5 university. And we also offer university foundation programs. The foundation program is quite popular in India because when students finish year 11 or year 12, if they want to progress to a British university, especially a higher ranking British university, so they would need to do 1 year foundation. If they come in January, it's only 6 months. So it's a fast track for them to progress to a British university if they finish year 11 or year 12. So we've been having a lot of Indian students who finish year 11 or 12. They joined our foundation. Some of them, they came in September. Some of them, they came in January. So after the foundation programs, some of them, they went to King's College London. Some of them, they went to Edinburgh, Manchester University, Durham, Bristol. All these universities, they accept our foundation students. So we offer scholarship. The scholarship merit-based, so you have to be very, very good. So for A-level program, we offer up to 75% scholarship. For foundation, GCSE, and pre-A-level, we offer 20 and 35% scholarship. And for the top A-level students, we have a private Cambridge University tutor. So imagining now you are studying year 9 or year 10 in India, and you are a really good student. Your dream is to go to Imperial College or Cambridge University to study computer science. So compared of the option studying in India, it's much better for you to study at St. Andrews because the school is located in Cambridge itself. You can go to the Cambridge University colleges to attend many lessons about computer science. And if you have a very good level of English and academic ability, it's very likely you will receive a scholarship from us. If you have a 75% scholarship, the tuition fee is only around £6,600. If you have a 50% scholarship, the tuition fee is around £13,000. So it might be cheaper for you to go to an international school in India. And also we have only 4 or 5 students per class. You receive that individual attention and support from your teachers. You also have a personal tutor from St. Andrews. But on top of that, you have a personal tutor from Cambridge University. If you want to study computer science, your tutor from Cambridge University is normally a student who is studying computer science. So because the student himself or herself went through the whole UCAS application procedure, they knew exactly how to apply for Cambridge, and they are studying your dream major and your dream university. So their job is to make sure you will stand out when you apply to that school with that major. So we offer this service to top A-level students. If you want to study natural science, your tutor will be specializing in natural science. So we also offer medicine program because medicine program is quite popular in India. Students who want to progress to a medical school, they have to study A-level. So normally they finish year 10 or year 11 and they join the medicine program A-level. So for the medicine program, they have to study standard A-level subjects such as maths, biology, chemistry, and sometimes they choose physics or further maths. And we train them to practice about their UKCAT and BMAT medicine exams, because you need to take these 2 exams. And we tutor them with these 2 exams, and we help them with interview preparation, and we help them to arrange internships, sometimes at Cambridge University Hospital, and most of all, they can access resources from the MEDIC portal. The MEDIC portal is an official partner with the Royal Surgeons of England. So basically, it's the most authoritative medical platforms in the world. So we work together. We all belong to the Duke's Education, Medical Portal, and St. Andrews. So our students, they can access all the resources there. And we are boarding school. So our students normally stay at home residence, but we also arrange students to stay at homestay if they prefer homestay option. And so like I mentioned, it's a very small size of teaching. And if you are falling behind, we arrange extra one-to-one tutorial sessions for you. I actually chatted with a girl from New Delhi. I asked her, like, what do you think would be the biggest difference between the Indian education system and British education system? She said, because while she was studying in India, there were like 30, 40 students per class in her lessons, and she went to a really good school. So sometimes she could understand, but the teacher couldn't pick that up. And if she wanted to ask for the teacher was always busy. But while she was studying at St. Andrews, there were only 4 students in her class. So if she didn't understand, the teacher would pick up that very quickly and arrange for extra one-to-one tutorial sessions for her. So she always felt very supported, and she totally understands what is happening every week with her lessons. We have September and January intake. So we already started taking applications for January 2022. So if you are thinking of going to a top British university, and if you are from 15 to 19, you can consider coming in January. And we offer 4 different courses. This is pre-A level. It's 1 year preparation before the A level program. If you come in January, it's 2 terms preparation before the A level. So pre-A level course is a course designed for students who have slightly weaker level of English, because you can see they spend a lot of time studying English. And also pre-A level course is a course for students who have a very specific pathway of interest. So some students, they want to study medicine. So they think studying pre-A suits them better because they can just focus on studying science-related subjects. Because you can choose for pre-A level, you can choose a different pathway. So you can choose science. If you want to study art in the future, you can choose art. So you don't need to study the other subjects. So in general, pre-A level course is a course for students who either have slightly weaker level of English, or who is interested in a specific pathway. And normally students are around 15 years old when they join the pre-A level. They would finish year 9 in India. And for GCSE program, it's a standard traditional academic course in the UK. So there's no English course. You have to study different subjects like humanitarian, art, and science subjects. And the English requirement is also slightly higher. And for the A-level program, it's the A-level program is recognized around the whole world. After you finish A-level, you can progress to a British university or an American university or universities in the whole world. So for A-level, normally you spend 2 years if you come in September, or 18 months if you come in January. So if you want to study medicine, then you have to study A-level. If you want to study if you want to go to Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College, LIC, and UCL, we would recommend students to study A-level because they normally don't take foundation students. And for A-level, these are the standard subjects we offer, but we also offer some other subjects like Arabic, like music, philosophy. So A-level course is very scientific. You choose 3 or 4 different subjects based on your personal preference. So for example, if you want to study economics for your bachelor degree, you can choose math, further math, economics, and business. If you want to study art and design for your university degree, you can choose like art, fine art, art, textile and fashion, media studies, photography, film studies. So you can choose from the art subjects. If you want to study computer science, you can choose like physics, computing science, math, further math. So like you don't need to study the subjects that you are not interested. You just study the subjects that you feel very much passionate about and they are relevant to your future A-level, to your future university degree. That is why in the UK for the bachelor course, there is only 3 years because the students, the British students, they studied A-level before the bachelor degree. So they already laid a very solid foundation of the subjects. So this is A-level. We have September and January intake. We also have university foundation programs. It's for students finish year 11, 12, or who finish high school, but they had like some gap years in between. So for foundation programs, if they come in September, it's going to be 10 months. If they come in January, it's going to be 6 months. Foundation has different pathways. So for A-level, you choose 3 or 4 different subjects. But for foundation, you choose a specific pathway. For example, if you want to study computing science or engineering, you should choose engineering foundation program. If you want to study business management or public relations or business, you should choose business pathway. If you want to study architecture, you choose architecture pathway. So you choose a specific pathway for the foundation program. And why choose St. Andrews? I think the central Cambridge location is very important because you are now studying in the middle of nowhere, and you are being surrounded by Cambridge University colleges. The people you meet here is perhaps the smartest people of the whole world. And you have that individual attention because there's only 4 to 6 students per class, and you have a personal tutor. Your tutor will meet you every week, so you will always be supported. And we monitor your progress very closely, and we offer scholarship. And if you are top A-level students, we give you an extra Cambridge University tutor, and it's very high quality boarding residence. And we have an excellent pastoral care department. If you need to see a doctor, or if you just need to speak with a psychiatrist, we can always arrange that for you. So for St. Andrews, like I mentioned, it's small sets of individual attention, and everyone has a very dedicated personal tutor. And if you can't finish homework, we can help you to tutor your homework. And for the top A-level students, so they not only have a personal tutor from Cambridge University, but they can access the lectures given by Cambridge and Oxford students, professors, admission staff. So because we actually received many inquiries from students from all over the world. They said, I'm a fantastic student. I studied so hard. I have 3A or 4A star results, but Cambridge Imperial College, they just wouldn't take me. Why? It's because if you apply from your country, you are being considered as an international applicant. But if you study in a British school and you apply, you will be considered as a home applicant. Your chances of going to top universities is much higher if you are a home applicant. And also, it's not enough for you to have 3 or 4A stars if you want to go to Cambridge or Oxford. You need to receive professional training about academic knowledge, subject knowledge, UCAS application, entrance tests. If you apply to Cambridge University, you think, oh, it's a university. Cambridge University has 31 different colleges. Every college has slightly different requirements. Do you know each college? How many new students do they take? Which nationality? What's the success rate? You don't know that because you just think, oh, Cambridge is a university, I should apply to university. So that's why I think for students, especially the top ones, they should study their high school in the UK, especially in Cambridge, Oxford, because they have that knowledge and support to make the correct decision on which college from Cambridge or Oxford and which major they should apply. And they receive that professional trainings to help them to prepare for their interviews and entrance tests. So I think that's very important. So we are a boarding school. So we have 6 residential buildings. Every hall residence is divided by age and gender. So it's going to be a residence all for boys and all for girls from like 15 to 17, 17 to 18, 18 and above. There will be a house manager living together with the students. So the house manager is like your English mom. They will cook for you, does laundry for you. They know your timetables. They will wake you up in the morning, making sure you go to sleep on time. And you don't need to worry about the renting, bills, Wi-Fi, everything is sorted. After you just book your flight ticket, the school will arrange airport transfer for you, picking you up from the airport, sending you to the residence and to look after you. And also, this is our A-level progression record. So like I mentioned, our A-level A star to A rate is 87%, A star to B rate is 93%, and around 34% of students, they can go to a G5 university. So we also have plenty of the A-level students who go to a American university or universities in Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong. We can arrange them to apply as well for universities outside of the UK. And this is our foundation progression record. A lot of people, they might think if you study foundation, you can't progress to a good university. It's not true. We've been offering foundation course for almost 30 years, and we have 11 different pathways. Our foundation is accredited by the NCFE, and there are only like 4 to 6 students per class. So we make sure that they are well supported and they are making that steady progress. So for our foundation students, they can still go to universities such as Bristol, Edinburgh, Manchester, King's College. And for art students, they can go to University of Arts London. And most of them, they receive 3 or 4 different offers from those universities, and then they pick which one they want to go. So this is entrance requirements. It's not very high, I think. We are not very selective, but we offer scholarships. So for the scholarship, students need to have slightly higher level of English and academic performance. If you want to apply for the 75% scholarship, you need to have English level at least 6.58, 8.5. And you basically need to have all A-star results, and you need to achieve very, very high results in our internal tests and scholarship interview. So, but it's likely if you have a 75% scholarship, it's only £6,600 per year as a tuition fee. Every year we have around 10 students who can get the 75% scholarship. We also offer 50 and 35 and 20% scholarship. For the A-level program, we offer the maximum we can offer is 75, but for foundation, we can only go up to 35%. So the scholarship will be offered every year. If you've been offered the scholarship, you will receive your scholarship for 2 years if you study A-level. And no matter if you come in September or January, you will still be having that scholarship. So it doesn't matter if you come in September or January. For the application documents, you need to submit normally registration form, your school report, passport copy, and you need to take our internal maths and scholarship test. You don't need to take the scholarship test if you don't need to apply for a scholarship, and any other supporting documents. And then we arrange for you to take the test, and we issue the offer letter for you. And for our students, I always being asked by students, what's your visa success rate? Like, I've been working in the college for 7 years. I've never seen a student who got refused a visa in our school, because we have a professional visa law firm. It's called New Lanches. They are one of the largest student visa law firms in the UK. So they help our students to apply for their visa, and they check their documents. So we actually didn't have any students whose visa got refused. And we organize our students to visit different universities. Like, this is Oxford University Open Day, and they can access the information from different Cambridge University colleges. So they say, oh, today there is like economics faculty, they have like a seminar, so they can always just easily walk there and join those programs. And also we invite many professors to come to school to speak with our students. This is Professor Patrick Maxwell. He's the head of the medicine department at Cambridge University. So he will talk with our students who want to study medicine. And we also arrange students with internship at Cambridge University Hospital. On the left side is Jeremy. He's from Malaysia. So we arranged for him to do an internship at Cambridge University Hospital during his summer vacation. And we also invite our students to join events such as Cambridge University Surgical Society, the Royal College of Surgeons of England. And we also have a lot of students who didn't have very good results before they joined our school, like Carolina. Her level was not very impressive. She was a mediocre student, but after 2 years intensive support and tutoring, eventually she achieved 2 A-star and 1 A, and she progressed to Imperial College to study physics. So this is Cambridge. It's a very lovely, peaceful, academic and old town. And this is our school. It's on the opposite of the Cambridge University garden, so Botanic Garden, because in Cambridge University has 800 years of history. So you don't see any modern buildings or skyscrapers. So they all look like this in Cambridge, but it's very, very pretty. And this is how the classrooms looks like. There are only like 4 or 5 students per class. And our teachers are very dedicated. If you check on the right side, it's our student coming from Russia. So he actually achieved 5 A stars. He after he graduated, he always came back to our school to visit his previous teachers, because he said, I wouldn't be able to achieve such amazing results without the support of my teachers. And his teacher always tutored him on Saturday, on Sunday, without anything in return. So the teacher, they just want to make sure the students are learning and making that progress. And our students, they can access all the school facilities, and all this is what the science lab looks like. Normally there are like around 4 students per class when they are doing any science experiments. Like I mentioned, we have around 60% of the teachers, they are retired professors and lecturers from Cambridge University, or they have finished their PhD studies in Cambridge. So this is Professor David Appling. He is our biology teacher. He also teaches Cambridge University PhD students. He is the author for all the GCSE and A-level biology textbook. So which means as long as you are studying A-level biology, he is the author of your textbook. This is a graduation party. So this is the May ball. So everyone would dress up to experience the traditional Cambridge May ball. And we are boarding school, so our students will live inside of the whole residence, but our local British students, they are day students, so they stay with their own families. And it's very cozy. We mainly have twin room and a single room, so they can choose. Our rooms are en suites, so they have private bathroom and a shower inside of the room. This is a single room, a twin room, a single room, single room. This is a twin room. This photo is taken from the study desk of the twin room. And food is never a problem. I know that a lot of students, they might complain the food in the UK, but we very much value students' feedback, and we want to make sure they sleep well and they eat well. So I've actually never heard any student who complained about the food. So for the food, every day they have different menus. They have appetizer, main course, dessert, soup, and they can choose from the menu. And we also have around 20 different social clubs in school, and they can join all the student clubs, and like entrepreneurship, critical thinking, computer science, STEM, skill, model, musical theater. And if they don't want to come back to their countries during Christmas, summer, or Easter holiday, we can arrange for them accommodation. This is a photo we took for a student. Like she couldn't come back to her own country last Christmas because of the travel restrictions. So her house manager sacrificed her Christmas holiday. She stayed in the whole residence to look after the students. And then we decorated our whole residence, and we prepared a gift for all the students. And we also have around 12 to 15 different sports in school every week. So you can choose. We even have sports arranged on Saturday. So basically tennis, football, like basketball, like volleyball, yoga, like jogging, pool, swimming, badminton, we arrange all of them. And on the left side is our students attending the UN Model Conference. And on the right side is our student playing against Cambridge University football team. And we have a very strong football team. We organize our students to join the short trips as well. So, we organize university fair. So I always think for foundation students, it's a much better choice if they study foundation in a college rather than in a university. Because if you've never been to the UK before, you think, oh, perhaps I want to go to Birmingham's foundation. What if you arrive in Birmingham and you realize, oh, I like King's College London better. I like Edinburgh better. You can't go to King's College London or Edinburgh with your Birmingham foundation course results. And also, what if you can't progress to Birmingham? What if like you didn't make it? You can't use your field results to apply for Manchester or apply for Nottingham. You have to go to a much lower ranking university. So I always think, why would you tie your option to one specific university, especially if you haven't visited that university before? So for our students, if they come in September, we organize university fair in October. They can speak with different universities, and then they truly understand that university, and then they visit the university, and then they apply on the UCAS application. They apply for 5 universities. They receive sometimes 5 offers, and then they pick which one they want to go. So I always think it's much better to have that option, to have that flexible options. And also, if you study at a university foundation, there's 20-30 students per class. If you have homework, or if you have like an essay, your teachers will tell you, okay, this is a deadline, this is essay, and you need to work on it yourself. But for international students, especially if the first time they study abroad, they don't know how to write a proper essay. They need some like detailed explanation and guidance, but university is freestyle. But in a college, you have 4 or 5 students per class. You have a tutor. Your tutor will help you to make sure that you can achieve that good results. And also, like if it's a lot of freedom for you to study in university. You can party all night, but you need to think, oh, where should I stay? Where should I eat? Everything. It can be a lot of stress. But if you study in a college, you have a house manager cook for you, does laundry for you, making sure you wake up on time. So it's like a really good buffer zone between your home country, high school education life, and university. And besides university fair, we take them to see football match. And if they bring St. Andrews ID card, they can go to Cambridge Library to have a card looking like this, where they can study and borrow books for free. And this is Cambridge University James Center. They can access that, and by signing up a membership, and they can just access all the swimming pool. And many people are concerned, what about COVID? We have had so many applications the whole time. Our beds are completely full this year. So I think different countries might have different policies, but in the UK, everything is open. We run a flowing COVID test for our students. So every student and staff, we take the COVID test twice a week. And no student tested positive because we are careful. And also basically in the UK, every adult is vaccinated. So COVID is never a problem. Our students, they are really happy in school, and students, they are flying to the UK non-stop. And this is our students. They were playing table tennis, and they were having a barbecue day, and they were having a pizza day. And we took them to Cambridge University to attend the math lessons. And they were joining the formal dinners at Cambridge University. So in general, students are really happy here because everyone is respected, everyone is valued here. You don't need to make an appointment to see the principal. You can simply go to a principal's office to speak with the principal anytime. You can raise your requests with your house manager, with your teachers. Everyone deeply values your feedback, so you feel very important and respected. So our students, they are very happy. And it's also a very Cambridge style education because the school is located in the center of Cambridge, and the students, they can access plenty of resources from Cambridge University. And 60% of the teachers, they are retired professors or lecturers from Cambridge University. And it's also a successful education. Like I mentioned, our A-level A star to A rate is 87%. So 34% of the A-level students, they can progress to a G5 university. It's basically a guarantee for you to go to a top UK university. And for our foundation programs, 90% of them, they can go to a top 20 British university. And we have around 30 to 40 different nationalities. So you will be able to meet students from all over the world. And we also have students coming from India as well. So basically that's St. Andrews College, Cambridge, a school located in the center of Cambridge, and a school mainly takes students from 15 to 19 years old with GCSE, pre-A-level, A-level, and university foundation, with September and January intake. And if you are interested in going to a British top university, and I think St. Andrews is a great choice for you. Yeah, I think that's basically my presentation. Thank Tyrone, do you have anything to add up?
You have shared all the information about your school, your hostel, scholarship, intake requirements, process, school, subjects. So now much more doubts has been cleared to me. But still, if a child who's in India and they to study one subject or any other subject from your school, possible? Just one subject online.
Yeah, if they want to, but the thing is, if they take the A-level subject, they need to take the final examination being organized by the exam board. So far, like they can take the exams online, but possibly from next year, it's gonna be in an A-level examination center. So if they can sort out the examination centers themselves in India because they don't want to come to Cambridge, I assume it's possible. But they need to tell us like which subject they want to study and how many hours per week, and from what time to what time, like for 1 year or 2 years, and then we can check with the teachers' availability to arrange for that. We actually have some students in other countries, like some schools, they can't afford to offer some traditional subjects like psychology or English literature, but the students really want to study them. So we can arrange the online one-to-one teaching to the students, because our students, they basically are studying in Cambridge. So if we offer online, it's basically one-to-one. But if there are multiple students who have the similar English and academic level and who want to study the same subject, we can offer that to them all together. That won't be a problem.
All right. So psychology is something interesting one, which is my cup of tea also. And I have also studied psychology. So it's a good subject. Shivani ma'am, Ashwin, Lavneet ma'am, if you have any questions, please ask. I'm quite sure that they have understood each and everything.
Taran sir, again, I think looking at the same thing, looking at the homestay and everything, I am into it. I want to go there and study now.
Yeah, Cambridge is a lovely, lovely place, I have to say. I mean, I've been to around like 40, 50 different countries, but I don't think I've been to any places that's more beautiful than Cambridge, because Cambridge's beauty is not only because the architecture, it's also about the history, that atmosphere. Like my friends, most of them, they are either PhD or they are doing their postdoc in Cambridge University. They are actually working on researching like how to 3D printing human organs or how to develop the vaccines. So Cambridge is a small town, has about 100,000 population. 80% of the people here, they are either Cambridge University students or professors or staff from Cambridge. So everyone is super friendly. It's very international. It's also very welcoming, because I'm not a British myself. All my colleagues, they are British and they went to Cambridge University. So I felt quite stressed when I started this job like 7 years ago. But I always felt people were respecting you. They were valuing your opinion. And also it's very comfortable to live in Cambridge, because you can go to different Oriental supermarkets. Like there are multiple Indian restaurants. So you can, the food is really, really good. I always say the best chefs, they immigrate to the best places. So the Indian food in Cambridge might taste better than the Indian food in India sometimes. Yeah, so it's a place, everything is possible, full with possibilities. Even if the student is not very motivated initially, after they've spent some time in Cambridge, they want to study, they want to become a better version of themselves, because they are being surrounded by the positive people.
Yes. And is there any possibilities that we can have some kind of training from your school to Indian teachers? It can be on any subject, it can be psychology or another subject. Is it possible?
Oh, we don't normally do teacher trainings, because our teachers are quite busy with quite occupied with teaching. but we can teach students. So like I mentioned, if you can tell us like how many students they want to study which subjects for how long, and we'll be able to speak with our teachers to see if we can arrange the license for them, because we need to check the teachers' availability. And most of our teachers, they are Cambridge University retired professors or lecturers, but sometimes they have limited time, so they prefer to spend their time in cultivating younger children.
Great. So what we can also do is this, Vicky, the professors who are experienced and they want to spend much more time with the students, guiding them, sharing their expertise with them.
Yes.
It can be after school time. They are most welcome to share their knowledge with the students.
Yes.
So we can also do that. Yes, for the summer camp, I'm also interested for educational trips to your school. I'm also very much interested where we can invite a group of principals or the teachers. They want to know the education system. They want to know, because unless and until I don't visit your school physically, I'm talking about principal's point of view. So much more clarity, the education system, the points, the key things, then they can ask the parents that these are the plus points of studying in. So this is a kind of thing that we can do.
Yeah. So so if they want to organize at least, because for groups we normally take at least 20 students. If they have a group of students who are interested in visiting St. Andrews during the Christmas or summer holiday, we can arrange that for them. But they need to let us know the time, how many students, like, because we need to know the details to check our availability first.
So you can let me know that it is a suitable time. Let me speak to people who might be interested, and we can organize a trip for 3, 4, 5 days or a week.
Okay, yeah, normally if that's summer in June, July, August, we can offer that.
Okay. Any particular dates?
It's flexible because it's customized group. But we are mainly focusing on taking long-term students, so who want to study long-term in Cambridge. But for the short-term experiencing students, if they come, they just need to let us know the number, what time, for how long, and then we can arrange for that. Sometimes we have students coming from some countries like Argentina, Brazil. They will come in January, February for about 4 weeks or 3 weeks. So if your students, they want to come outside of the summer, like during the term dates, we can possibly arrange that as well. But still, we need to know how many students from what time, because we need to check our availability.
All right. Sure. Before we end this webinar, a lovely presentation given by you. So I just want to know plus points that how you feel being as a part of Andrews School.
I feel I'm quite lucky, to be honest. Like, I work very hard. Like, normally school staff, we work from 9 to 5, and then after working hours, you were like, psh. But for us, it's very different. Like, personally, you see me replying back your email sometimes in the midnight. So it's quite difficult from the personal life. Like, you basically work, you have to check your phones all the time. Like, like if our students call me on Christmas holiday, just on Saturday, I always pick them up because you care about the children. They are much younger. It's not standard office working time. So you work much harder, and also because we want to be responsible to our students, to our partners. We always try to respond quickly, and we issue offers quickly. It's not like you send students to university, you can't reach them. You can always reach us, have our support. So we work much harder than university staff, but you feel like it's more fulfilling because you have that honor and privilege to witness the development of the children. Because if I work in university, I don't even know who is a student. So they are just like a number and just like student name for me. But if I work in college, I know, which girl from which city, she studied which course, and they have my WhatsApp number, how she's doing, she's progressing to that university, and they come back to visit us. So it's a much fulfilling thing. You feel like your job is quite meaningful. So and also working at St. Andrews, the reason I've been working here for so long, it's actually my first full-time job. So I ended up doing it for so long. It's mainly because you feel like you are being respected, because like I mentioned, I felt quite nervous initially when I got this job, because I feel like, oh, everyone is British. Like everyone is so posh. They went to Cambridge University. Oh, his dad is Cambridge University professor. His mom is working at his admission team at Cambridge University. We're like, I'm just like an Asian coming from like a just Asian country, and my parents didn't go to Cambridge University. So you feel quite stressed. But you feel, but then I found out it's just all in your head. People don't care about that. So my colleagues, they always treat me with full respect. They support me, and I always thought, like in the UK, if you are not a British, you might not be able to progress. I mean, positively from a career perspective, because they want to promote British. But actually, I've been promoted every year because they think they value me not because of your nationality. It's because you work hard, you are responsible, you are experienced, you are willing to take up responsibilities. So they value a lot of your personal attributes. It doesn't matter about which country you come from. It doesn't matter about your religion, anything. So you feel very, very respected. And also, I don't like working in a place that you feel like you work very hard, but the rest of people, they just kept just messing around your work. But by working in a sense, and just basically all the stuff are very stable. Like our principal has been our principal for about 20 years. So anytime you ask him any emails, he always responds to you within the same day, no matter how busy he is. Sometimes you have emergencies of issuing a course during Christmas holiday. You can reach your colleague who will drive to the office to help you to do that. So you feel very, very supported. So I do think that that's lovely. And also, like whatever I promise to my agents, to my students, I always feel very confident that the school can deliver them, because the school, every staff, they are very professional, they are very dedicated, and they are very friendly. They look after students well. And for the academic staff, they are super experienced. They are willing to sacrifice their own holidays to tutor the students. So you know that the students will be having a lovely time, will be looked after well, and will be progressing to a very good university. So so that's why I think it's quite nice working here, though it can be tiring sometimes, but it's a lovely job.
Absolutely. Teaching is always a lovely profession.
Sorry, you were saying?
Teaching is always a lovely profession. We both have teachers meeting.
Yes. you have to be responsible to your students, because that's what we should do.
Absolutely. Thanks, Vicky, for this wonderful session and giving us an insight about St. Andrew College. More in detail. Looking forward to have more conversation with you and more webinars in the future. And
yes,
thank you once again.
Thank you so much for everyone who spent their time joining this. And for any questions you have, please let me know. And for anyone who's interested in our course, and I'm happy to arrange for individual consultation with you and the students together.
So let me speak to them.
Yeah, I'll also send over to you an email to include the presentation I just used, and also some student and school videos. So please feel free to use them on any of your platforms.
Do you have any video, or you want to share a video of your school?
Yeah, I'll send over the links of our school videos, student videos.
You want to play?
Yes. Yes.
You want to play now? You can play.
It's okay, because I think if I play it, they might clash, because I'll send you an email. So I think it's better if you can follow, because I have a lot of videos. I'll send all the list to you.
Let me. Thank you.
So thank you. Have a lovely day. I'll send you an email shortly.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.